Good afternoon. This is Phil Cocker with Fraternal Order of Police, Evergreen Lodge 1 in Silverdale, Washington. And this is our broadcast from BCAT here in Silverdale, or Bremerton, I guess it is here. Fine line between the two. And today we have the privilege of having a couple of the staff counselors from Dispute Resolution Center here to tell us about this resource that's available to the people that live in our community. Our job with Fraternal Order of Police is to protect and serve the people in the community. And we have twofold in that, or threefold really. We protect and serve and support the officers that work in the community in all branches, and we are the peacemakers to take care of the people that live in the community. And part of that helping is to supply them with the resources that are available when they have certain things they need to accomplish, or they have certain trials and ladders in their life that they need to get over. So anyway, we'll continue here now, and with me is, lost my paper, is Sue Molino and Daisha Mosbuck. I'm sorry.
Excellent.
I'm not real good with names, and they're here from the Dispute Resolution Center, and we're going to ask them some questions about it. First off, tell us about the Dispute Resolution Center and why is it called the DCR?
It's a DRC, Dispute Resolution Center of Kitsap County. And we have been in service to the community for 30 years. Mm-hmm. And we offer, our primary offering is mediation. So we work very closely with the justice system and with the police on many levels. We have probation officers that make referrals. And like I said, mediation is our main offering. And we do a variety of different kinds of mediation. We offer the services of 2 mediators always in any given situation. And they help people have a conversation, hopefully to reach some equitable outcome. And we have really good statistics to show how it works with folks.
And we'll get into those statistics a little later on. Primarily, the Dispute Resolution Center of Kitsap services various community needs, and beyond mediation, we can customize trainings for any organization, business, group, to help them have the conversations Sue is talking about, to de-escalate conflict, to engage respectfully, and get some tool sets that they can take throughout their daily lives to make the community a bit more peaceful and civil.
Yeah. I was just going to say, I was going to read our mission statement because it's a lovely one. The mission of the Kitsap DRC is to strengthen relationships, families, and communities through mediation, facilitation, and training services.
Very good.
Yeah.
And so you go in the first to help identify the problem,
mm-hmm.
and then you work toward a solution. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us why DRC.
That's right.
My mind wants to reverse them. Tell us why DRC is so important to you, to each of you.
Okay. Well, I am passionate about mediating. I am a mediator first, and I am a staff member. So I have worked in the intake department. Intake is what we call the department that serves people when they first call the agency. So we hear the story, like you were just commenting about. We hear what's going on for an individual and why they might be requesting mediation. So I have got to hear hundreds and maybe even at this point thousands of stories about why people want a mediation. And at first they call and they're not really sure. They're not even really sure what they're asking for. So we, the people who answer the phone first, get to describe that process, and we go into detail about what that looks like. And that's exciting for me because it offers people an opportunity that they may not have ever known existed. Some people do because it's a referral through the courts, and so they know that they're being encouraged to mediate. But a lot of the average folks on the street, they don't know that they have an option to resolve a dispute. Interestingly enough, very often the story that you hear at first and the dispute that you hear about that's happening, the actual thing that's driving that conflict are unmet needs, if that makes sense. So we all have needs, we all have needs and expectations between each other. So what they see as the driving force of a conflict is sometimes not what it is. And as mediators, we have the gift and the opportunity to help people recognize what's really underneath there. And it is a liberating, empowering experience for folks.
I will second that, yes. And I think that for a lot of us, when we encounter conflict, our default mode is fight or flight. In the long run, fight or flight doesn't resolve much of anything. In fact, it can be a festering sore that becomes bigger, worse, louder, more explosive. And so as conflict interventionists, mediators can provide an atmosphere where we have a safe process, we have unconditional listening, non-judgmental listening. We require respect and civility. We have good faith guidelines. We have a very structured environment where we go through an intentional process and to let people know that they have acknowledgement, and we want to know what is behind their words. We want to know the stories behind their words to learn what their perspectives are and why these things are important to them, to be able to identify their values, their interests, and then engage them in open-ended questions so that we can expose what the underlying reason for the conflict is. As Sue said, what they tell us on the surface is usually not the real bone of contention. And so it's amazing. Once people are heard, they feel they can trust us to open up, and we can really get down to the brass tacks of what is the issue. So it's very empowering, as Sue said, and a life skill that they can take out of there. Yeah.
Very good. And I can see where it'd be very useful for a lot of people in situations that have brought them down or have created conflict in their life. What type of mediations do you do for?
Well, we do parenting plans at the. We do parenting plans. We do divorce, neighborhood issues. Let's see, we do victim offender mediation, business consumer, workplace, small claims, foreclosures, and I can give you a little bit of data on a few of those if you'd like. Okay. I am so proud to be a part of this Dispute Resolution Center, just by the way, because they have such a dynamic, versatile, robust, vibrant program, serving so many needs in the community and so many different organizations. I'm so proud of them. So we have successfully settled 69% of our parenting plans in 2018. 100% of victim offender mediations in 2018, 100% of workplace mediations in 2018. These are all 2018 stats. We've done, I guess the other 100% is the multi-party workplace in 2018, which is very impressive. When you consider all the parties we have mediated and all the varieties of disputes, but generally they're held in lack of communication and lack of trust. Generally, everything boils down to those two things, and we navigate through those, and it's just an incredible lift to our community and sense of peace.
I can see where you'd be very proud.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
I have one for you to throw out when you get back there. You may do it, but I think it's left up to mental health facilities. But individuals that are in dispute with just all of society, they can't find their place. They're you know, angry. It seems like it would be advantageous to have a faucet of where you could help these people. I don't know how you would do it, but
So interestingly, we do coaching calls. So with folks who are really struggling, and I wasn't going to mention this, but I'll mention it now. We have our facility actually houses the Bridges Ombuds program also. So we have ombuds who serve recovering drug addicts and also people with mental health issues. So they serve as a liaison between those folks and any service provider out there that they may have an issue with. So interestingly enough, we actually also serve a huge portion of the community that way.
Well, I think, and there's, you know, a lot of families that would like to know this, that, you know, are looking for something like that can help a family member or someone that's, you know, in a bad place and can't seem to get himself out of it.
Yeah, it is a phenomenal offering.
Okay. And what type of trainings did you guys have?
Well, we do. We offer a 40-hour training to certify folks in the community to be mediators. We do family mediation, group facilitation, mandatory co-parenting for people that are going to be creating parenting plans. That is such a boost. That is such a boost. Parents and children, I mean, the seeds are planted, and there is transformation in the mandatory co-parenting training. And then we customize training for any company, group, organization. So our versatility really knows no bounds. We are here to serve the community in however they present their needs. And we are willing and able to create a specified training. How many public relations offices or HR groups, you know, can offer, you know, if their employees have conflict or there's some situation in an organization. I mean, how common is it that HR says, "Oh, well, let me customize, you know, some training so that you can avoid this kind of conflict." It doesn't happen.
No,
We are those people, and so we are the go-to. We are available and eager to provide that kind of service.
good.
Yeah. And excuse me, I would like to add one more thing,
Yeah.
Phil. All of our mediation is sliding scale, sliding fee, with the exception of small claims. Those are free, and then aren't parent youth?
All parent youth,
Youth
all
are free.
services that we offer to children under 21 are free to the community.
Yeah. We also keep a presence at domestic violence court because we want to make ourselves available to those who are in an appropriate stage of their their conflict, that we can offer coaching, we can offer mediation, we can offer some tool sets for them to move forward and get out of a repetitive pattern. And so it's really important to us to maintain a presence there.
Very good.
Restorative practices.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
So, and I'd love to speak to that,
Okay.
because my responsibilities now at the agency are youth services and restorative practices. So that's where my passion lies. I can go back to the passion part. We do offer all of our services to young people are free, and we have a contract with the juvenile department. And our contract with the juvenile department holds us accountable to serve whatever referrals come to us through probation officers or anybody at the juvenile department. So the restorative services that we do are, I think Daisha had mentioned, victim offender mediation. So if a young person has caused harm in the community, we can bring together the people or persons that were harmed and the young person. And we've done this numerous times historically with just wonderful, wonderful outcomes. In addition to that, we have what we call a theft prevention circle. So all young people that have been caught stealing in Kitsap County are sent to us, and once a month we bring them and their families, other community members. Very often a policeman will join us, and we have a conversation in a restorative circle format where all voices are heard, where healing can actually take place between the people that were hurt and the people who caused the harm. It's just a phenomenal offering.
Very good. You guys are a wealth of information. You sound like you're doing a wonderful job out there, and I know a lot of people be interested to know the things you do, and they don't. Do you guys have a website too?
Oh, we certainly do.
Okay. I'd like you to mail it or email it to me.
Okay.
And I'll put it on. We have a link page on our FOP evergreen.org, and
Excellent.
we put all the different resources so the public has one place to go to that they can see different resources available.
Thank you. Thank
So,
you.
Excellent.
and if you send that to us. And we'd love to have you back again down the road if you want. And I thank you both very much for being here.
Well, thank
It's
you
a
for the
pleasure.
opportunity.
It's a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for asking us.
Thank you. So we're gonna take a break, and then I have one more guest to bring on, and we'll be back in just a minute. Thank you. Hi, we're back again. Evergreen Lodge, FOP, with my guest, Ken Thomas, excuse me. And he is the second vice commander of American Legion Post 245 in Paulsbo. And he is chairman of quite a project he got going in Paulsbo that is open to everyone in the community. Ken, you want to tell us about this project?
Sure, Phil. Well, it's great to be here. I just wanted folks to know about a project that the American Legion Post 245 is constructing in American Legion Park in the city of Paulsbo. There's an area there that's currently sort of a parking lot, and we have a plan to transform that into a Veterans Honor Plaza and pave it with bricks that are engraved with the names of veterans, both living and those that have passed away. We hope to that way have a place where people can commemorate their family veterans, and we encourage families throughout Kitsap County to order a brick and have it placed there.
And where's this park located?
It's on Front Street in Paulsbo. It's really nice. It's right a waterfront park, has a great view of Liberty Bay, and this platform will have some benches and a flagpole. People will be able to relax there, look at the bricks, look out at the view, and enjoy seeing the stars and stripes flying there.
So this would be around where Martha and Mary's is in Paulsbo?
It is. It's directly across the street from the Martha and Mary's Institute there. It's available for folks throughout Kitsap County to request a brick. We've got people from throughout the country that have actually had bricks there. You don't have to be a resident of the county to have a brick there.
Now, what Post 245 of American Legion is a nonprofit organization,
Yes, it
correct?
is.
And there's a cost related to these bricks, but the cost, I believe, it goes for the building of this memorial.
That's correct. All the funds that we raise through the ordering of the bricks, there is a donation connected with that, and then that money is then used directly for construction of this memorial, this Veterans Honor Plaza. So that's our fundraising mechanism, and it's also part of the memorial.
Of the site.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what does it cost if a person wants to get a brick?
So it's a requested $100 donation, and again, a big part of that goes to the construction. And construction is going to start very quickly. We're almost done with the fundraising part, so that's coming up. We're about ready to wrap up our big order and have the shipment of bricks sent out to us so we can begin construction soon.
But we still have room for more
We do.
bricks. And what's the criteria? They have to be, anyone can purchase a brick, but
Yes.
the bricks are for veterans, is that correct?
That's correct. They need to be a veteran of the United States military, and that includes all the armed services. And we're looking for the time period between World War I and today. They could be active duty, they could be retired, they could be deceased, just veterans. There's 3 lines to each brick, 22 spaces, and they can pretty much request anything they want to be on there. Usually we'll have their name, their rank, their service, and the years that they served, or the conflict they served in.
And if you're a non-veteran, you can still buy one for members of your family that, or friends, people that you know that were veterans. Is that
Yes,
correct?
we encourage that. We encourage this as a way for people to honor the vets in their family or the vets in their neighborhood. I've had folks order one for their next door neighbor. People order them for their parents, grandparents. I got one for my daughter for her service. So
Well,
we
it'd be
can
a
all do
good
it.
present for Uncle Joey
Yes.
that you don't know what to get. He's
There you
got
go.
everything, or he doesn't have anything. It's
And then
either way.
And then we're going to have a dedication when the whole thing is done. We plan on by Veterans Day in November of this year to have everything completed and to have a dedication ceremony. And we will invite everybody who has requested a brick and all the connected veterans that we can reach to come to that dedication ceremony so they can see it.
This is a special year for American Legion too, isn't it? 100th anniversary?
It is. American Legion was formed in 1919, right after World War I. So this is the centennial this year, and this project is part of the centennial observation for the American Legion.
Well, Kitsap County being a military town, I would think you're going to run out of space.
Well, we still have space right now. We still have room, and we encourage people to order now. We will leave some bricks around the outside that can later be replaced with engraved bricks, but it's better to have your brick now in the initial construction, so it's there now.
And how do people go about ordering bricks?
So they can go online. There's an online ordering site, and hopefully we'll be able to put that up on screen here, but it's HTTPS, and well, it's a long one. We'll just try and have it displayed here.
Doesn't the Post 245 American Legion also have a Facebook page?
They do have a Facebook page. You can go there, and there's a link to it on there.
And how do you find that for people that want to go?
Basically, if they just go to Facebook, if they're your Facebook users, there's a query box at the very top of their screen. If they just type in American Legion Post 245, and then that will bring up the Facebook page for the American Legion Post in Paulsville. And if you go to that Facebook page, there's descriptions about this project in the park, and also a link on how to order it.
Okay. Sounds pretty simple.
Yeah.
And we'll also put it on our Fraternal Order Police site to direct them to the website for the bricks.
We appreciate that. Thanks. it's a great project. We hope that more people in the community get involved and find a brick for their veteran.
Sounds like a plan. So, is there anything else the American Legion's doing this year for the centennial?
This is, as far as I know, this is the only centennial project in Kitsap County, and that's why we encourage American Legion members, especially, as well as all other veterans, to participate in this, because this is the only American Legion centennial project in our county. We do have other regular post activities that we engage in.
And when does your post meet?
We meet on Thursdays, third Thursday of every month at, let's see, 7 p.m., sorry. And we're currently meeting at the First Lutheran Church in Paulsville.
Okay, and that's up
on the hill.
Up on the hill.
Yep, the big
behind
landmark.
Main Street.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. I encourage all you folks out there that would like to see your family members' name on a brick and part of a memorial, living memorial in Paulsville, to contact Post 245 and get your brick before the space is all gone. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate you coming in.
Appreciate it, Phil.
So, and that kind of concludes our show for today. I hope that you got some insight out of it. I know I did. And I want to thank you for listening, for seeing us, and we'll be back in next quarter with more additional resources available for the people in Kitsap County, because our project is to support and defend those that live in our community. Thank you for your time.